So, class, welcome to the next practical of this basic electrical engineering lab. So, in this case, in this today's practical is to measure the power consumed by a single phase power or a single phase power or consumed by a single phase load. Okay, so what are the requirements in this practical? We will also measure or calculate the power factor. So what is the aim? Aim is that we will measure a single phase power that is consumed by a single phase load, and we will also measure or calculate the power factor as well. So what are the apparatus that is required? First, measure the single phase power consumed by a single phase load. So apparatus is single phase load, but which load? Variable. Okay, then we need single phase power supply. So what is the instrument that is used to measure power? It is wattmeter, single phase wattmeter. Then to calculate the power factor we will require voltmeter and ammeter as well. Okay, single phase wattmeter, then voltmeter, ammeter. What else do we need? Okay, and connecting wires. So I need a single phase load which is variable, because we will vary the load and we will see what is the effect, what is its effect on power, whether the power will increase or decrease. Then we need single phase power supply, single phase wattmeter, voltmeter, ammeter and connecting wires. So how will the circuit diagram look like? So the circuit diagram will look like this. Firstly, I have a single phase supply here. Okay, this is my single phase supply. Okay, so here I am connecting a wattmeter. Here I have a load. This is load. Here I have load. Okay, sorry, resistors like this. Okay, so this is my supply. This dotted, which I am showing in the dotted line, this is my wattmeter. What are the terminals of wattmeter? M, L, C and V. So this is my load. So what I am doing, I am keeping these two resistances on all the time. Okay, then I will have some resistances here. So you can see I have switches in this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have switches there. So what is happening? Loads are connected in parallel. Okay. So what I am doing, increasing the load means increasing the connecting the resistances in parallel. Here I am taking single phase load, only resistive load. Okay, only resistive load. I am not taking RN load here. I am taking only resistive load. So what I am doing, connecting the load or increasing the load means connecting the resistances in parallel. Okay, so right now I have only these two resistances. This is suppose 1, resistance 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Presently I have only resistance 1 and 6 in the circuit. So as I will keep on turning on these switches, I will add more load to the circuit. So adding more load to the circuit means resistance will decrease because they are connected in parallel. So as resistance will decrease, more current will flow through the system, the circuit. Okay, so I will use a voltmeter here. And I will use ammeter here in the circuit here. I will say here. Ammeter. Ammeter is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel. Okay, so this is my single phase supply. Okay, so how will you perform this practical? You will connect the load. You will take a load bank. We have a load bank in the lab, so it will exactly look like this. Okay, then what we are doing, we are connecting a wattmeter and to this load, and the M terminal is, and this V terminal, it is connected to the supply. A voltmeter is connected in parallel with this circuit, and an ammeter is connected in series with the load. Okay, so what you will do, firstly, only let me make the table first, because I will take few readings. The table will be like this. So first serial number, how many readings I will take, then measure P, V, I, and here you will measure cos phi, which is nothing but P divided by Vi. Okay, so what I am doing, first of all, for the first reading, what I am doing, I am only turning on resistors. Which resistor 1 and resistor 6. Okay, and I am connecting the circuit to a power supply. Okay, what will happen, because of this resistance 1 and 6, some power will flow from the source side towards this load. Okay, so that power will be measured by the wattmeter here, and you will get the value of P. Okay, suppose it is P1. So corresponding to this P1, you will get voltage V. Suppose it is V1. If you will observe clearly, there will be hardly any change in voltage if you will keep on adding these resistances. Okay, there will be hardly any change in voltage. Still I am representing it by V1. The current that is flowing, it is I1. Okay, so P1 wattmeter is giving you the power that is consumed by the load. So how will you calculate the power factor? It will be simply P1 divided by V1 I1. It will be cos phi 1. So in the second case, what I am doing, I am turning on this resistor. I am switching on this switch. I am turning on this switch. Now this resistance 2, it is also it will also add into the circuit. Now if you will see, earlier it was resistance 1 and resistance 6 in the circuit. Now I am adding resistance 2 in parallel with these two resistances, so the overall resistance will decrease. Okay, earlier it was R1 parallel R6. In the second case, in the second reading, it is R1 parallel R6 parallel R2. So overall resistance will decrease. Okay, overall resistance will decrease and current will increase. Okay, so here the power will be given by, obviously this power will be different from P1. V1 will be almost same as equal to V2. There will be very small change or no change in voltage. Okay, now the current will change. It will change significantly depending upon what is the value of R2. Okay, so what will be the cos phi 2 now? Cos phi 2 will be given by P2 divided by V2 I2. In the third case, I am switching on this switch. No resistance R3 is also included in the circuit. Now in the third case, resistance will be R1 parallel R6 parallel R2 parallel R3. So the resistance will further decrease and the current will further increase. Okay, so I am saying this was I1. So here I2, it is slightly bigger than I1. That is why I am drawing a bigger arrow here. Now third case, when I am turning on R3, I am saying power is P3, voltage is V3, V1, V2 and V3, it will be almost same. Okay, now the current will be I3. So current will further increase. Okay, you can see the length of the arrow is increasing here as I'm going downwards. So what will be happen to cos phi 2? P2 P3 divided by V3 I3. Remember here P3 divided by V3 I3. So I am saying this cos phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3, they will be approximately same. Why? Because this is a resistive circuit. In resistive circuit, voltage and current are in phase. So power factor will be same in all the cases because the resistive circuit. We know that P is increasing, but I is also increasing. P is in numerator, I is in denominator. They both are increasing. So there will be hardly any change in power factor as we keep on increasing the resistance. So next I will turn on this switch. Turn on this switch. Because of this switch, R4 will be in the circuit. Now the effective resistance will be R1 parallel, R6 parallel, R2 parallel, R3 parallel, R4. So overall R, I am saying it will further reduce, and overall current it will further increase. So this is fourth. Power will be P4, voltage will be V4, which will be same as V1, V2 and V3. Current will be I4 and it will be more than I3. So cos phi 4 will be P4 divided by V4 I4. So you will see the current will keep on increasing, but hardly there will be, and power will also keep on increasing. Power, if it is V1, P1 here, it will be P2, here it will be P3, here it will be P4. Okay, so you are saying that P4 arrow is longer than P3 arrow, and P3 is longer than P2, and P2 arrow is longer than P1. Means power is increasing here and current is also increasing here, but power factor will remains almost constant. Okay, so this is how you will measure the power and power factor of a single phase load. Okay, so this is all about the practical setup. So what are the steps? Connect the equipment as per the circuit diagram. Okay, then switch on the supply and measure the power consumed by the load in the wattmeter. Measure the voltage and current and note down the readings in first row. Okay, and calculate cos phi 1. In the second step, you will increase the resistance by turning on the switch 2 here. So this will add resistance R2 in the circuit. Okay, so because of this change in circuit, there will be some power which is consumed, which is given by P2. Voltage is V2, current flowing in the resistances is I2, and you will measure the power factor again, which will be approximately same as the power factor in the first case. Okay, similarly repeat the step 2 or 3 times and measure the value of power, voltage, current, and calculate the power factor. Okay, so this is all for today's practical. Thank you very much.